Dr. Sneh Prabha Mathur, Department of English, Marwari College. Today I am going to take class of BA English Honours SEM 2 CC3. Today I am going to take the poem My Grandmother's House by Kamala Das. So Kamala Das, now talking about the poetess, Kamala Das was born on 31st March 1934. She is the daughter of the famous Malayali poetess Balamani Amma. She wrote poetry in both English and Malayali. Her poetic works consist of 3 volumes. One, Summer in Calcutta, that is 1965, The Descendants 1967, and The Old Playhouse in 1974. Her autobiographical work, My Story, it also came out in 1974, and it was translated in many international languages, at least we can say 14 international languages. My Grandmother's House is included in this collection of poems, that is Summer in Calcutta, which was published in 1965. So now coming to the poem, we can say that Kamala Das' poems is a recordation of her own life, her own life's we can say observation and experience, and particularly her own unfulfilled love. This poem, which was published in the first collection of poem, that is Summer in Calcutta, it has a nostalgic theme. The poetess was so engrossed with the old family house where she stayed her early years of childhood, or with her grandmother. She got a lot of respect and security, you can say unconditional love from her grandmother, and she passionately remembers this family house of her grandmother. Then we can say that she is quite nostalgic about this particular house which belonged to her grandmother, as the love showered on her by her grandmother was pure, sincere, and selfless. Now we come to the poem, that is there is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved among books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. So what we see here, that she is referring to the house which is far away, because she has been settled in some other town far off from that of her grandmother's house. I received love. So she was received, she was pampered by her grandmother, and we see these dots, the ellipses. She is very fond of this, and when she is put there, we can think that she is unable to express her own thought after that. That woman died. So her grandmother has died, and the house withdrew into silence. It appears that the house withdrew into silence, meaning that not only the poet, the house also, it appears that it has also gone into grief. Snakes moved among books. So there were lots of books in her grandmother's house, but as she was quite young, she could not read them, and now it is there, but she is out of reach. She is not there, not present at that place. So she says that by hearing this death of her grandmother, it appears that her blood had turned cold like the moon. Then we come to this second these lines. How often I think of going there. So she had longed to go. She has been thinking. She was very eager to visit that place, to peer through blind eyes of windows, or just listen to the frozen air, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding dog. So here she again tells that she wants to, very earnestly, she wants to get back to that house and sit near the window and see through the blinds and feel the frozen air, the cold winter air. She wants to feel the coldness of that dreary winter air, the breeze, or in wild despair. Like she's so terrified by the death, she's so desperate that she wants to keep that feeling. She wants to take back that feeling, the grief of her grandmother, which was lying underneath. She felt in that house. She wants to take back with her to the place where she is now living, so that she can cherish the memory of her love, and that once how she was loved by, she got the unconditional love, or the love which nobody else could have given to her. So there is also a comparison. We can say that here and in the past she received love. She was pampered by her grandmother, and everything, whatever she wanted, she achieved there, she got there. But now in her married status, now in her life, we can say that she is not that happy. Maybe that she hasn't got that love which she had expected from her husband. You cannot believe, darling. So now we can say that she has turned either to her husband or anybody else who is very close to her. Can you? That I lived in such a house and was proud and loved. So she is telling the person who is nearby that can you imagine that once I spent my days here and I was left. I was proud. I was so proud to have spent my childhood here. I was loved by my grandmother. And again you find some dots there, the ellipses. These again try to say that she is now unable to think before after this because she is so grief stricken. I who have lost my way and beg now at a stranger's doors to receive love, at least in a small change. So the poetess is so stressed that she is so afraid that now she won't be getting that love. So she says that she can even turn to strangers to receive that love, not in a substantial amount, but to some extent. But still she wants that love, so that that can pacify her. And now again coming to the poem, The Grandmother's House, you can say that it is quite symbolic and suggestive. It is quite symbolic and suggestive. And the poetess is referring that here, what she is here was a world which was of pure love, innocence, purity, and the poet appears to be in like you can say acute obsession of love. But in reality, the poem, though small, it has undercurrent meaning. It has a deep meaning. Like you can say that it reveals a woman's insecurity in a society where she is treated like an object rather than as an agent. And to conclude, we can say that Kamala Das articulates a woman's lifelong feminine earning for fulfillment through love. In her poetry, we find the best expression of feminine sensibility. Being a woman, being a woman and wife, she has a keen and thorough knowledge of female sensibility, its exploitation, its hurts and suppression in a male dominated society. And therefore, the poetry of Kamala Das is somewhat confessional and autobiographical, but at times she universalizes what is present. So we see the poem, this is just of 16 lines, a very small poem so to say, but it has as you know, it has a deep meaning, her sincere grief, sincere feeling, what she thinks about the house and what she thinks now, what is she facing now. Everything we can find in this small poem of 16 lines. Thank you.